Yeah, flat to the mat, Sean. Who else is there? Let me know. Interesting to see who's watching and where are you from. Yeah, I seen that. I don't use HRD, Sean, but the lead I was talking about was a USB to CIV lead, which basically what that let the way I've got it set up. I've got OmniRig set up that it works on COM port 4, which is the CIV to USB lead, and then COM port 5, or maybe it's the other way around, no I can't remember, but COM port 5 then is the USB. So what I do is for rig control for all the software, I set it up to work on COM port 4, which is the USB to CIV job. So basically what happens is that it handles all that rig control separately from the USB. It's all done separate from that, so it's just a bit handier. A lot of people will tell you I just have to use the USB cable. You can, but it's a little bit easier to set stuff up to run independent of one another when you have the two cables. I got it from who did I get it from? I got it from Technofix on eBay. I tend to buy a lot of my stuff from him. Very good quality, and never had a problem with any of it. And as for the wheels on your Pathfinder, not a hope. This one's not too bad now, it's nearly ready. It had a lot of curb rash on it. Probably the worst of the four. had a good bit of corrosion on it too. But I even noticed today when I cleaned the car today, and I noticed that the wheels on it, well, there's no curb rash or anything like that. They have an awful amount of corrosion on them. But they'll be coming off soon enough, probably sometime after Christmas. As I have to get tyres for these. But she got washed today and a couple of coats of wax, so hopefully that'll see it through the winter. The whole trick to this is you're trying to sand the filler out except where the scratches are, and it can be tricky enough. So I'm just using some 600 grit water paper here at the minute. And I'm just working on the rim. Technofiction, good stuff. SDR Uno, no, not about them. Oh, they will. They'll be like brand new, yeah. I'm a bit of a... I get a bit obsessed when I'm doing stuff, you know. My missus will tell you that. Like a dog with a bone. A couple of little nicks here and there, but I'm going to get some of that... I'm going to get some of that stopper to really for filling really fine imperfections, so we'll get some of that, and that'll take care of anything that's left. Let's see, can I show you here? I don't know if you can see that. But the rims are perfect now. Those two over there behind me, they're done, ready to go, ready for primer. But I'll get all four ready. Like, I've sanded off all the original paint back to the primer, factory primer, which looks like it was it's a phosphate primer or something. It's got some grip in it anyway, I'll tell you that. Very hard to get through it, but I don't really want it. I only went through it in the points where there was corrosion. I have to go back to the alloy. Was it hard getting the lacquer off? Hi Rick. Not really, no. I went at them first with a bit of 180 grit and a little triangular electric sander, and that mowed through the lacquer and most of the paint. But like these areas here, these really tight corners and in here around where the wheel studs go, you have to do all them by hand, because the sander can't get in there. But it was handy enough now. Handy enough, but there's probably 3 hours in each of those two wheels behind me. Easy, probably 3 hours a piece in them. But those two weren't that bad. This one was the worst. I have the other one up on the workmate behind me there, and it's all filled and ready to go. Getting time is the problem. Hi Andy, hope you're well. How's everybody in Newfoundland? Yeah, and get these wheels ready for repainting, Andy. Oh, I was at the car today, if that's what you mean. I don't know if you've seen it on Facebook. It's washed and waxed now. Been dying to wax it since I got it. But the weather wasn't playing ball. See, I don't have a shed that I can bring the car into. You know, so a lot of my videos where I'm trying to do stuff outside, kind of battling against the weather at times. Bit awkward when all you have is driveway, you know. Powder coat? No, God no, I wouldn't powder coat wheels. Paint. Powder coat is unnecessary and overly expensive. If it was something that was been driven 60 or 70,000 miles a year, I'd say yeah, powder coat, but I only do about 5,000 or 6,000 miles a year. I tend to clean my wheels every week anyway, so paint will do just fine. I just want to move something here. Tell you, they don't make water paper as good as they used to, you know that? I used to do an awful lot of this stuff years ago. Doing up motorbikes, and I used to do all the body work myself. And this is water paper then. You used to get a good bit of sanding out of a sheet, but this stuff is not great now. Don't even know what make it is, would it? Ah, no wonder. Looks like cheap Chinese stuff. I'll have to get some decent 3M or whatever. I'll attack them with some 1000 grit before they're primed. I'll etch prime them then. I bought a new spray gun to do that. I'll show you. Bought this lad, so be good enough for that job. Yeah, it's okay, Andy. It wasn't expensive. I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know what way it sprays. We'll have to see, but it's not my intention to paint the wheels myself. I'm going to bring them somewhere and get them painted because, again, I'd buy the paint and the lacquer and all that stuff. I'd probably bring them somewhere and get them painted cheaper, you know. Because lacquer is very expensive now. Like a gallon of it is 300 quid or so. And it's very hard. There's very few places that will sell you like a small quantity of it now, you know. Like one time when I used to be doing the bikes, I could go in and I could get a quarter litre or even an eighth with no problems. But of course that was back in the days of cellulose, which you can still get if you know where to go. Not too many watching. I don't get it. People don't seem very interested in any of the stuff I'm doing lately. Well, that's okay. Right, new bit of paper. Where is my scissors gone? There it is. Don't know what happened there. Sorry about that, lads. Hey Andy, did you see Pete's latest video? Pete with the cartoonist. Yeah, he's He's after building a new garage at the house beside the other one. It's got all underfloor heating and loads of lights and checker plate on the walls and fully insulated. I'd say he spent a lot of money building it, but he seems to have a few pound. Does our Pete? Seems to have plenty of money. It doesn't seem to be a problem. More power to him. I can't wait to get these on the car because they're going to be so much easier to clean than the ones that's on it. The ones that's on it, they're like a double spoke and they're just so freaking awkward. You clean these in a couple of minutes. Yeah, it goes about 5 feet up the wall, the whole way around the perimeter. Looks really well. There's the floor all painted and all underfloor heating in there, and fair play to him. I'm looking forward to seeing him doing this Bramble, the 3-door one. But the only problem, I think, though, and I've said this to him a good few times, the videos are too long. You know, one time I would have sat for an hour and 20 minutes and watched the whole thing, but I'm too busy now. You know, trying to do my own thing and come up with projects for putting on YouTube and all of that stuff. I think this whole live thing is a bit of a waste of time, you know that? Well, maybe it's just me. I seem to be getting very little watch time on the videos that I'm putting up lately, but every month as a whole, I'm up about 10-15%. There's 4 or 5 videos I've done there that are very popular, and they get like maybe 6,000 or 7,000 minutes of watch time every month without fail. Just to be honest with you, I just got a bit burnt out with the radio stuff. Just taking a bit of a break. Very little presence on Facebook now anymore. I don't do that much on it. There's too many lads on there that think they know everything. Very easy to let's see, restoration job. Well, he said before that those cars are his retirement fund, so I hope it pans out for him, you know. Like, he's spending big money restoring them, you know. Every part is new old stock, you know, wherever he can get it. But all the mods like that he's done in the last one in Ruby, like the cruise control and the central locking and all of that. I don't know. Like, I think 20 years down the road, if somebody wants one of them, they're going to want it as it came out of factory. Yeah, I still didn't get my base yet, Andy. 3 or 4 times now I've had the money, but then something came up unexpectedly, and you know how it goes. Well, we'll get there. I'm just wrapped up with my car now of late, that's all. Oh, variety, yeah, I agree with you, Andy. I just kind of want to have one of these channels where it's kind of a bit of everything. But I do love working on cars, and I always have. And I'd like to try and show people that, you know, it's not that difficult to do it themselves. Like that video the other day, the thermostat one. I personally think that's one of the best shot videos I've ever done. Like, considering... I got another bike, did you? Very good. V-Star. You always like those cruiser things, didn't you? I haven't had a bike in years, Andy, and I don't have any interest anymore. Problem here is that the weather is, you know, it's not really conducive to being a motorcyclist. And we have so many people here now on the road. How will I put it now without sounding like a complete dickhead? Yeah, probably will, Andy. Build it and they will come. What was I saying? Yeah, you know, we've a lot of people on the roads here that wouldn't be used to the way things happen here. Let's just put it that way. And they don't understand roundabouts, or they don't understand rights of way, or a lot of guys getting wiped out every year now in the summertime, and I just couldn't be bothered. It's so bloody expensive then as well. Insurance is, bike insurance here is mad. You can't get limited policies, you can't do any of that stuff, you know. Can't pay every month or whatever. And the problem with me is every time I buy a bike, I bring it home, bring it into the shed, and about 4 hours later it's a bare frame sitting on the ground. And I paint the frame, do the engine, rebuild all the forks, rebuild the swing arm, paint it, and before I know where I am, I've a few grand tied up in something that I won't bring out because I don't want to get it dirty. So it just doesn't make sense. This paint, it seems tougher to get off this wheel than it was on the other two. Body condom, yeah. Oh dear. Hey, Daryl is back doing a bit of stuff as well, Andy. Kind of disappeared there for a long time. The thing I want to know, Andy, is where do you get a snowplow to fit in the front of that bike, eh? Yeah, he seems to be doing a good bit of stuff there. Repairs and I have no interest in CB anymore. Nobody on it here. Waste of time. I got rid of most of my sets, only have a few left. And I'm even contemplating getting rid of them. Because I don't have anywhere in the new shack to put them. So, might sell them. The 2000, Cover 2000, and I have 2 speakers for it, matching desk mic. I have the 78999, and a few other bits and pieces. I always think of my friend Kieran when I'm doing stuff like this. He got killed off a bike last year, I think I was telling you that, Andy. Wrong place, wrong time. He was a bit older than me. I kind of met him when I was maybe 12 or 13. And he used to do up Ford Escorts, Mark II Escorts. I don't think you had those in your part of the world, but I used to probably annoy the head off him and get in his way, but he kind of taught me how to do all this stuff, body work and paint, stuff like that. As he always used to say, 99% prep, 1% paint. They have extreme patience though with stuff like this, you know. Time is my problem though. You work the way I work, it's awkward. Jesus, that paper is shit. Not going to stay on for too long more, lads. All 2E. And number 3 is me. I have the tablet sitting on the floor here so I can see what you're saying. You know you've been at this too long when you see steam coming off your fingers. Oh man, not good for the bass playing, Andy. I know a girl that has that. She was a barber, and she got that carpal tunnel crap, and she'd give it up. To be honest, no, it's not good for my hands either. I have eczema. You know, some people have commented on it on older videos. What's wrong with your hand? You know, but I was born with it. It never went away. I used to be very bad with it when I was young. Used to get it on my legs and be hard to walk. But I only have it on my hands now, so I can live with it. You bastard. Ah, yeah, you'd be grand. They do an operation to release the nerves or something, isn't it? Or the tendons or something like that. That girl I was talking about, she had it done, but they told her not to go back. They told her not to go back barbering. I can't understand why this paint is tougher on these wheels than it was on the other two. Seems to be taking twice as long to get it off. Might get some, I might get a few sheets at 300 grit. To do the last one. I don't know if you can see the steam coming off my hands. Let's see. No, I don't know if you can see it. No, didn't think so. You following that Project Binky, Andy? The two guys doing the Mini. It's easier on the floor. For this kind of work. I get a pain in my back leaning over the table or the workbench. One of those, you know, those workmate things. I just find it easier this way. I'm kneeling on one of those spongy pads. I was going to do videos on this stuff, what I'm doing here, and then I just said, I'll go live because I've done a couple of videos on these already and nobody really watched them. Oh, 9:20 here now, it's getting a bit late. Why is it with everybody on YouTube this way? Oh yeah, I tell you, some project, Andy, you want to watch it, it's absolutely unreal. The fabrication is incredible. Watch it from the start. I actually subscribe to them boys on Patreon. Everybody's looking for that now. You'll enjoy watching that. Oh, and there's one other one, Andy. Have a look for a guy on YouTube. Put in Urchfab, Urchfab. He's doing a nice project as well. Yep, that's the one. That guy is trying to make YouTube his day job. He's got 25,000 subscribers, I think, so he's heading the right way. Finish this little bit here, and then I'm over here. My back is in ribbons from waxing the car today. Of course, I did give it 2 coats. Can't wait for it to rain now to watch the water beading on it. I'm a sad individual, really. Somebody else there now. Who's that? Identify yourself. don't think this paper is force enough. I think that's what the problem is. Instead I'll get some 350 maybe, 400 might be a bit easier. Oh man, I keep dropping the paper down through the wheel. What wax do I find the best? I like to use Carnauba wax, Philip. I watched that guy, the car cleaning guru, and he uses a range of products from a crowd called Dodo Juice. D-O-D-O Juice. And they do a whole range of stuff. It's all on Amazon. And it's very good. Yeah, I was saying that earlier on, Andy. The paper it's pure rubbish. Like the what can I see? The back. Sorry about that, chaps. Turn the camera. Now I gotta get out of here. My battery's nearly dead in the phone anyway. So good night to you all. And we'll get you on the next one. Good to have you along. So 73 and all the very best. Yeah, alright Philip, mind yourself. Thanks for watching, buddy. Right, where's my cloth gone? There it is. So all that section there, that's all the paint gone off it now. Just back to the bare primer. Right, take care guys. Nice to have you along. 73. Bye bye.